to Wake Up Work Hard. So let's start Nutrition in Plants Part 2 under General Science. Part 1 में हमने पढ़ा था कि what are nutrients, what are the mode of nutrition, what are cells. Okay, so अगर आप लोगों ने Part 1 वीडियो नहीं देखा है तो प्लीज हमारे चैनल पे जाएं, Part 1 वीडियो को जरूर देखें, ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों के साथ इस वीडियो को शेयर करें अगर आपको पसंद आता है तो, और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना न भूलें. So let's start the chapter again, Part 2. So, इस वीडियो में हम अब पढ़ेंगे न्यूट्रिशन इन प्लांट्स पार्ट 2, which is going to be autotrophic modes and heterotrophic modes. Okay, so let's start with autotrophic mode. Okay, so autotrophic mode क्या है? If you all remember, auto and trophic, self-nutritious या self-nutrition mode, in which the living organism create its own food within itself. Okay, so हमने example discuss किया था, that is plant. जो प्लांट होता है वो अपने आप में ही अपनी फूड का प्रोडक्शन करता है. सो व्हाट इज दैट प्रोसेस कॉल्ड? दैट प्रोसेस इज नोन एज फोटोसिंथेसिस. ओके, फोटोसिंथेसिस. ओके, सो फोटो मीन्स लाइट, सिंथेसिस मीन्स प्रोडक्शन एंड ऑल. ओके, सो व्हाट इज फोटोसिंथेसिस? Photosynthesis is a process which takes place on the surface of green leaves. Okay, it is a process which takes place on the surface of green leaves. And what are these green leaves known as? These green leaves are known as food factories. Okay, so the green leaves which are there on the stems, on the branches of the plant, are the main area where this photosynthesis takes place. Okay, so what are the conditions of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis के लिए there are certain conditions, कुछ चीजें होती जो होनी जरूरी है, basis which photosynthesis will take place. So what are the conditions? Let me write it down on the board, then we will discuss about it. So the components required for photosynthesis are, first is carbon dioxide, CO2 बोलते हैं उसको हम. Then it is water and minerals. Okay, then sunlight, and then comes chlorophyll. Okay, CHLOROPHYLL, chlorophyll. So कुछ चीजें तो आपको लग रही होगी कि समझ में आ रहा कि CO2 मतलब आपने पढ़ा होगा एयर गैसेस में, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, वाटर, मिनरल भी समझ में आ रहा, सनलाइट भी समझ में आ रहा, क्लोरोफिल क्या आगे. ठीक है, तो आई विल लेट यू नो ये क्या होता है सभी के सभी, और ये कैसे हेल्प करते हैं. फोटोसिंथेसिस, दैट मींस प्रोडक्शन ऑफ फूड इन द प्लांट फॉर द प्लांट. ओके, सो लेट अस डिस्कस कैसे होता है. सो व्हाट हैपेंस कि there is a leaf. On the surface of the leaf there are this production of food is happening. It is taking help of carbon dioxide which is in the air, it is taking help of water and minerals, it is taking help of sunlight, and it is taking help of chlorophyll. Okay, and this production of food happens. So how, ये कैसे होता है? मतलब हमने अभी बोला कि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड आता है, वाटर मिनरल आता है, सनलाइट आता है, क्लोरोफिल भी कुछ है, लेकिन ये सब कुछ सरफेस ऑफ द लीफ हो रहा है, ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द लीफ ऑफ ग्रीन लीव्स. ओके, तो ग्रीन लीव्स के सरफेस पे हो रहा है. तो कैसे हो रहा है? व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? कहां से सभी कुछ पहुंच जा रहा है? तो लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड वन बाय वन. सबसे पहले व्हाट इज देयर? CO2. ये CO2 कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कहां से आता है? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज प्रेजेंट इन एयर. सो व्हाट हैपेंस कि जो लीफ का सरफेस होता है, ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द लीफ देयर आर टाइनी पोर्स व्हिच इज नोन एज स्टोमेटा. ओके, सो ये जो लीफ है इसमें काफी छोटे छोटे टाइनी पोर्स होते हैं which is called stomata. Okay, so stomata का काम क्या है? Stomata absorbs carbon dioxide from, it pulls carbon dioxide from air. ये जो स्टोमेटा होते हैं इसके पास गार्ड सेल्स होते हैं. सेल्स यू रिमेंबर, मैंने बताया था कि व्हाट इज सेल्स, तो वो यहाँ पर काम में आ रहा है. They are guard cells which help the opening and closing of stomata. Okay, so there are guard cells which is controlling the opening and closing of stomata. Okay, this control opening and closing. So अभी हमने क्या समझा? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लीफ ब्रीद इन कर रहा है, लाइक वी आर ब्रीदिंग इन ऑक्सीजन. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज गेटिंग ब्रीद इन बाय द प्लांट्स थ्रू द स्टोमेटा व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट ऑन द लीव्स. देयर आर गार्ड सेल्स जो कंट्रोल कर रहा है. ओके, सो जस्ट सी इट इन डिटेल. सो हमने कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड समझ लिया कहां से आता है, लीफ पे. नाउ वाटर मिनरल, ये जो है वो लीफ तक कैसे पहुंचता है? वाटर मिनरल कहां होता है? आइदर वी आर डूइंग इरिगेशन, हम पानी दे रहे हैं या कुछ दे रहे हैं, तो कहां दे रहे हैं? प्लांट के ऊपर देते हैं. वी आर गिविंग वाटर इन द ग्राउंड. प्लांट जो होता है इट इज ग्राउंडेड इन द ग्राउंड एंड देयर आर रूट्स. नीचे वाले पार्ट रूट होते हैं, ऊपर वाले पार्ट शूट होते हैं, जहां स्टेम होता है, ब्रांचेस होते हैं, लीव्स होते हैं, फ्लावर्स, फ्रूट सभी कुछ होते हैं. ओके, सो ये जो रूट होता है ये नीचे में जितने भी वाटर मिनरल्स होते हैं उसको अब्सॉर्ब करते हैं. एंड आफ्टर अब्सॉर्बिंग व्हाट हैपेंस? दे टेक इट टू द ब्रांचेस, टू द लीव्स. लेकिन ये कैसे लेके जाते हैं? देयर आर वेसल्स, पाइप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. ठीक है, वो नीचे से पाइप की जैसी स्ट्रक्चर्स होती है और वो नीचे से वाटर मिनरल को पुल करते हैं और कहा ले जाते हैं? लीफ के ऊपर ले जाते हैं. सो देयर आर वेसल्स. ओके, where are these vessels? Inside the tree. What is the work of vessel? Vessel help in the transportation of water and mineral from the soil, which is getting absorbed by the root, taking it to the leaf. Okay, so this is the work of vessel. तो ये दो चीज समझ में आ गई हमें, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, वाटर मिनरल, वेसल्स. नाउ सनलाइट तो हमें पता है कि इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम सन. ओके, व्हाट इज दिस क्लोरोफिल? क्लोरोफिल क्या है? जस्ट थिंक, what is this chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is a green pigment which is present in the leaves. तभी लीफ ग्रीन दिखता है. What is the work of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight. वो sunlight को कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड absorb करता है. The basic purpose of chlorophyll, जब सनरेज पहुंच रही वहां तक, वो सनरेज तो रिफ्लेक्ट कर जाएगा, क्या होगा? Who is holding that? The work is done by chlorophyll. Okay, so ये जो यहाँ पर लीफ होता है उस लीफ में क्लोरोफिल भी होती है. जो सनलाइट आता है वो सनलाइट को अब्सॉर्ब कर लेता है. ओके, सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर. सो अब क्या हुआ? देयर आर कंपोनेंट्स ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ लीफ. हमने CO2 को कैप्चर किया बाय द हेल्प ऑफ स्टोमेटा. देन व्हाट हैपेंस? हमने वहां पर वाटर एंड मिनरल को पहुंचाया. उसके बाद क्या होता है? सनलाइट कैप्चर हुई बाय द हेल्प ऑफ क्लोरोफिल. ओके, सनलाइट भी आ गई, क्लोरोफिल भी है वहां पे. सो ऑल द कंपोनेंट्स आर रेडी. अब इसके बाद क्या होगा? फूड विल गेट प्रिपेयर. ये जो फूड प्रिपेयर हो रहा है वो क्या हो रहा है? सनलाइट, क्लोरोफिल प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं ऑफ द फूड विद द हेल्प ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर एंड मिनरल्स. ये फूड क्रिएट करते हैं. सो दिस इज द सोलर एनर्जी जो फूड में स्टोर हो जाता है. सो दिस सोलर एनर्जी गेट स्टोर्ड इन द प्लांट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ फूड. वो स्टार्च बनता है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट बनता है. आई विल लेट यू नो वेरी सून इन दिस वीडियो ओनली. सो क्या होता है? वहां स्टोर होता है. उसके बाद क्या होता है? दैट इज टेकन कैरी फॉरवर्ड टू द डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी ऑफ प्लांट्स. सो यहाँ क्या निकल के है? सन. तो सन इज द अल्टीमेट सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी. सन क्या करता है? सन हमारे यूनिवर्स का अल्टीमेट सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी है. ईच एंड एवरी लिविंग बीइंग आर डिपेंडेंट अपॉन सन. अल्टीमेटली सन हम सबको एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करता है. ओके, सो लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. So, what will be the final definition of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process which takes place in the green leaves of the plant with the help of carbon dioxide, sunlight, chlorophyll, water and minerals, and the food is prepared. So, photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means production or combination. Okay, so this photosynthesis is the process of making food by the plants. So, if you want to write it in a simple equation type of formula type of thing, then it will be CO2 plus water, which is having minerals in the presence of light, with the help of chlorophyll, is producing food. So, what is the form of food which is getting produced? It is glucose plus oxygen. Glucose plus oxygen is produced. And what is this glucose plus oxygen? This is carbohydrate. Okay, and it is also starch. So what is this carbohydrate? All carbohydrates contain CO2, oxygen, hydrogen. Okay, there are proteins, there are vitamins, which all are the combination which is present inside that. Okay, so it is also a form of starch. This food is prepared in the plant. It is taken to the various parts of plant as per the requirement by the plant for their needs. Okay, so if there is a starch present in the plant, that means photosynthesis has taken place. So what I mean to say, what is the proof that photosynthesis has taken place in the plant, this plant which we are referring right now, any plant which you are going to refer? How will you prove it? So if there is a starch, it will be a proof that photosynthesis is taken place. But how do you know that there is starch present? There is one test which is known as iodine test, which is the proof that starch is present. So the proof is iodine test. So we take iodine test to prove that starch is present in the plant. Okay, so hope you all have gone through this. I can rub it. So some interesting facts to discuss right now. So we have discussed that green leaves help in the production of food during the photosynthesis. But do you know there are dark red leaves, violet leaves and brown leaves also where photosynthesis takes place. Why? Because those leaves, those color leaves also contain chlorophyll. Second interesting thing, some microorganisms also do photosynthesis. For example, in the lake and in the ponds you have seen algae which are green in color. Okay, so they are microorganisms. They also do photosynthesis. That means they also produces food for themselves. Now, do you think only on the leaves this photosynthesis happen? So let me tell you, not only on the leaves, there are certain plants on whose stem or branches this photosynthesis takes place. Confused? Let me give you one example. In the desert area, there is too much hot, the sun is too shiny. So have you seen cactus? Yes, so cactus is green colored plant. There are spikes. So what are those spikes? Those spikes are modified leaves of that plant. To help reduce the water, the leaf is converted into spike shape. Okay, so what happens now? The green color stem on which these spikes are there, these green color stem do photosynthesis. Okay, in similar manner there are some plants in which branches do. Okay, so not only on the leaves, there are certain plants where there are modified leaves and all. On that, on the stem and on the branches, this photosynthesis takes place. Okay, so here we come to photosynthesis happens on stems and branches also of some plants. Hope this is clear to you all. So now what happens? During this process of photosynthesis, this carbohydrate gets generated, which is getting stored in the form of starch, okay, and getting transported to various parts of the plant body for their needs and all. So this carbohydrates also have protein. How does this protein become? Protein comes over there. Protein can come with the help of nitrogen. And from where they are getting this nitrogen? Do you remember I told you water and mineral are carried from the roots, from the soil to the leaves. So within this process, nitrogen is also carried by those vessels to the leaves. So here what happens? Here protein also gets formed, and this synthesizes, this combines, this produces proteins and vitamins also. So hope you understood what is autotroph, what is photosynthesis. You can go to this video again and can listen back. It will clear all your doubts. And if you have any type of doubt, go to the comment box and write in the comment box any type of feedback, any type of suggestion, any type of query. We assure you, बहुत जल्दी हम आपके answers लेकर के आएंगे. Okay? So now let's move further. So this is the heterotrophic mode. Who all remember what is this heterotrophic? I'm telling you, hetero means other and trophic means nutrition. So what happens when a living organism is dependent upon other living organism to get the nutrition? It is called heterotrophy mode. Okay, so under this heterotrophy mode there are 4 subtype of modes. Okay, let us go one by one. So the first one is the parasitic mode. The first one is parasitic mode. You have heard about a word parasite. What is this parasite? So yes, you are getting correct. A living organism which is dependent upon other living organism to get its food, to get the nutrition. Okay, so this is called parasitic mode. The living organism which is dependent upon the other. So the other, what is the other living organism called? It is called the host. So this parasite is dependent upon the host living organism. It can be animal, it can be plant. Okay, so this host gives its nutrition, the prepared food or the food which it is having, it is giving it to the parasite. This is called the parasitic mode. In this, the host is not getting any type of benefit. Okay, host is not getting any type of benefit, only it is providing the nutrition to the parasite. For example is, there is one cascata. Okay, it climbs the tree or the plant. It is like a white apple structure, and it gets settled over there. It doesn't have chlorophyll, so it has to get dependent upon the other plant. It takes nutrition from that plant. Okay, and the next one is insectivorous mode. Insectivorous mode. INSECTIVOROUS. Insectivorous mode. So by the name it is quite obvious. These are insect eating living beings. Okay, so these are some plants which are dependent upon insect. They digest insect to get their food. For example, there is a pitcher plant. What are they doing? They are trapping small insects. There is digestive juices which is secreted inside the plant, and they are digesting it. Okay, and they are getting their portion of nutrition. And do you know, these type of plant are green in color. They are already doing photosynthesis. They are already creating their food, but there are certain components. They are creating everything, but they are missing certain thing for which they have to be dependent upon these insects. So where are these plants found? These plants are generally found in the areas where the soil is not having nitrogen. Due to this, due to lack of nitrogen, they are not able to get protein, vitamin, certain type of things, and due to which they have to get dependent upon insects to fill that lack, to fill that gap. Okay, so these are insectivorous plants. So after insectivorous, we are going to know about the other mode under heterotrophy mode, which is saprophytic mode. Yeah, we also call saprotrophy mode. So it is saprophytic mode. So what is this saprophytic mode? In this, the living organism is dependent upon dead or decaying organic matter. Okay, so when a living organism is dead, it is decaying. So there are certain living organisms which are dependent upon those dead or decaying living organisms to get the nutrition. These are the saprophytic mode animals which are known as saprotrophs. Okay, so under saprophytic mode, there are saprotrophs which are dependent upon dead or decaying living organism. So what do? They get and settle down upon those dead or decaying living organism. They secrete certain juices to dissolve them, and after that they consume it. It is the nutrition for them which they are consuming. Okay, so they are secreting some digestive juices, they are dissolving it, and they are digesting it. Secreting digestive juices and which is dissolving, and they are digesting the nutrition. Okay, so hope this is clear. For example, there are fungi, yeast and mushrooms. Yeast, yeast. Okay, so there are yeast and mushroom type of fungi which are getting settled over these type of dead or decaying living organism and are getting their food. For example, you would have seen leathers, pickles, bread. Have you seen this fungus coming out of there? So what is happening? They are getting settled over there. It is wet moisture type of thing, living organism which is dead right now. They can develop over there. They eat it. Okay, so from where this fungi comes? these fungal spores are present in air. So when in the hot and humid climate they find any wet, dead or decaying organism, yeah, dead or decaying things, organic matter, so what they do, they get settled over there, they consume it. Okay, so how do this fungi looks like? Have you ever seen this fungi on bread, crabs and all, on pickles, on leather bags? These are white cotton type of things. Have you seen? Upon food, you leave food for some time over an open place and see, after 1 or 2 days you will find that there are some cotton type of structure getting created over there. You cannot eat it. Okay, you will get food poisons. You do not try. So these are saprotrophs. Okay, hope you have got this point. And the last one in this row is symbiotic mode. Under heterotrophic we are going to study symbiotic mode. So here, two or more than two living organisms live together in a symbiotic relationship. They are mutually helpful to each other. So they are providing food, they are providing shelter to each other, and this is called the symbiotic relationship. Okay, the symbiotic mode. For example, there are certain fungi which lives inside certain roots. So what they are doing? These fungi are providing water and certain minerals to the plant and certain nutrition. And what is this root providing to the fungus? It is providing food to the fungus. Okay, so this is one example. The other example is lichen. So what is this lichen? There are algae and there are fungus who are in a symbiotic relationship, mutually helpful relationship. And what are they doing? The algae is preparing food through photosynthesis and it is providing it to fungus. And in return, what is fungus providing to algae? It is providing shelter. Fungus is providing shelter to algae. Algae is providing food to fungus. There is a mutual relationship, the root and fungus. Already you have seen. So this is symbiotic relationship. It is a mutually dependent relationship between two or more than two organisms. Hope this is clear. So my question to you all: how do this nutrition get replenished in the soil? Think. How do nutrition gets replenished in the soil? So during the process of the growth of the plant, they absorb minerals from the soil. The nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus gets absorbed. Okay, so when they are getting absorbed, there is a decrease happening of these minerals in the soil. So to grow more and more plants, to have more and more crops over there, we need to have sufficient minerals in the soil. So how do these get replenished? How do these get backed in the soil? So there are certain processes which we should follow. The first one is adding fertilizers or manures. Okay, so the first one is adding fertilizers or manure. Okay, so when we are adding fertilizers or manure, we are providing the soil back the sufficient amount of minerals required for the soil for the growth of plants, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, etc. Okay, and the second one is planting more and more leguminous crops. So what are these leguminous crops? They can be lentils, they can be peas, they can be soybeans. So the leguminous crops, on the roots of these leguminous crops are rhizobium bacteria. Okay, so what do these rhizobium bacteria do? How do they help in retaining back the minerals? So these rhizobium bacteria, what they can do, they can absorb nitrogen gas from the air and they can convert into soluble nitrogen in the soil. So the plants get sufficient amount of nitrogen and other minerals with the help of rhizobium bacteria. And what are these rhizobium bacteria getting? They are getting food and shelter from the plant. So there is a symbiotic relationship. Have you seen this? So what is happening? The leguminous plant, in the root of the leguminous plant are rhizobium bacteria. They are extracting nitrogen from air. They are providing to the plant, and in lieu of that, the plant is providing shelter and food to rhizobium bacteria. So there is symbiotic relationship. One more point to remember, all animals are heterotrophic animals, heterotrophs, okay? And the insectivorous plants are partial heterotrophs. They are not full heterotrophs. They have a tendency, they can do photosynthesis also. So they are partial autotrophs and partial heterotrophs. Okay, so hope this is clear to you all now. So till now we have completed everything inside nutrition in plants under general science. So here we end the chapter nutrition in plants, and we have told you everything which is required in your class right now for the examinations. So till now we have studied about all the modes of getting nutrition, cells, autotrophic mode, heterotrophic mode, everything we have told you, how the soil is getting back, how the soil is getting replenished by the nutrition, this also I have told you. So hope you have liked this video. Do share this video with more and more people so that they can also learn this free, and do subscribe to our channel. Keep watching our channel. Very soon we are going to come with some more interesting topics under this subject. Stay tuned and wake up, work hard.